Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Big Joe Recovery. I'm honored to have a friend of mine that I've known for many, many years through addiction and now on the other side of addiction.
Yeah.
We figured we're going to link up and we're going to do this video. We've been planning this for a little bit, but trusting the process, and the way today worked out, here we are together.
Yeah.
So I'd like to take the moment to tell y'all a little bit about Big Joe Recovery, just in case if you don't know about it. And Scott, this is my buddy Scott. I'm gonna let him do a proper introduction in a minute. But Big Joe Recovery is about finding your path and creating your journey with a new way to live. It sounds pretty simple, you know. I just want to show there's options out there that you can find your way to live different and not in that fog and haze and feeling down and depressed like we were talking about just shortly ago.
Yeah.
But please introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you, what you do for work, or just go for it, man. Do your thing.
Real quick, yeah. My name's Scott. Originally from Hartford, Connecticut. I former child care provider. I'm a barber, hairstylist. I'm in the process of becoming a model and actor.
Hey.
I'm not in the daycare anymore. I don't work with kids like that anymore. But I'm still involved in things like, you know, I still have a passion for that. So I'm never gonna leave. I'm never gonna totally abandon working with children and families.
You're a natural at it. I've seen you in action.
Yeah.
At the Y.
Yeah, man. Since '06. Since '06, bro. Since when I first started working with kids, man. '06.
I think my daughter went to the one you worked at in New Britain.
Yeah,
right? You were in New Britain, or at least you were per diem there, and then you were in Berlin or something like that, if I remember.
The YMCA of New Britain and Berlin, and the YWCA also. I worked for YSUP, which is the after-school program. I don't know if it's still in existence, but I worked with OIC.
Okay.
I worked at OIC with Miss Paulette Fox. And Rasheen Brown. You know Rasheen Brown?
Maybe by face, I would have to, but not by name offhand.
Yeah, I worked with him briefly over there, and so I've been around and there and back and forth, and here I am now.
There you are now.
I'll tell you one thing, I learned a lot since '06.
That journey, that's part of that journey.
Yes, indeed.
Learning how to grow. And you want to tell us a little bit about what you're doing with your own little business you got going on? Would you like to share that with the world?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm starting my own personal business. I'm an aquarium and aquarium fish hobbyist. So I'm starting my own business. I do custom aquarium setups and maintenance, commercial and residential. And I also am in the process of starting my own reptile business, doing reptile education and reptile presentations and things like that for children.
Awesome. I saw the link you sent me.
Yeah.
It's awesome. You know, all we're trying to do is grow, right?
That's it.
Be the best version of yourself, man, right? Mm-hmm. That's that self-care, you know, like we were just talking, you know. I need to dull back, take some time for myself as well.
Yeah.
And we got to always keep that in the, you know, the side of our heads.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Self-care is vital. And somebody who growing up in my environment, growing up in Hartford, you know, nobody talked about self-care, especially men. You know, like now I'm realizing, like, dude,
macho.
Yeah, like macho. I need a back massage, dude. Like literally, I need a massage therapist.
I've been putting that off.
Yeah.
Seriously, I've been looking to get that, pay that $125 and get that hour of treatment.
Yeah,
you deserve it.
It's essential.
You deserve it.
Exactly, you know, and it's like people think self-care is like going shopping and buying jewelry and
that can be addiction too.
Getting your nails done and, you know, blowing money. That's not self-care.
That's not.
It's not, in my opinion.
No, I agree.
You know?
It's more of what do you need over what do you really want. Yeah, get yourself something every once in a while. Treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself.
Right. But self-care is also the intangible.
Yeah.
You know, self-care is not what you can see, smell, taste, or touch. You know, self-care is, like I said, invest in a deep tissue massage. You know, spend $150 on that instead of the Gucci purse or what have you, or getting your hair and nails done.
Yeah. It also, it cleans that soul and you feel refreshed, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
I remember, being with my partners I had in my life and getting massages. That felt good.
Yeah.
But now I'm going to take it to a professional.
Right.
I can just imagine because I never had a professional massage done.
Right.
$125. I was like, that's it? Okay.
Yeah.
Don't get too overwhelmed. $125 is a couple dollars.
Right. But it's worth it. It's essential.
It's an investment, like you said.
Yeah.
Invest in yourself.
And the body is also connected with the mind. You know, if you're in pain and you're feeling discomfort and pain all the time,
Yep.
You're not going to be in a good mood. You're going to be agitated. You're going to be moody and irritable.
Aggravated, frustrated, agitated. I use all those words.
Yeah, yeah.
That was my life before almost 3 years ago.
And it's something that we don't think about growing up in the city in our environment. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, that's what women do. And no, that's what we need. Men need that too. You know what I mean?
You're right. I know.
Go ahead.
I know we talked about it. I think that self-care will lead it right into what it's funny how higher power works. We were talking about self-destruction before we started this video.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did self-destruction play a part in your life and got you to a couple years sober now? Where you at now? How many years sober do we have?
2.5.
2.5. So you're just a little bit shy behind me, which is, it's not a race, but ain't it something crazy?
Yeah.
Great feeling.
Yeah, it is.
Let's talk about that self-destruction. Let's have a convo on that, because I was good at that. How about you?
Dope, man. I was getting there, you know. I'm gonna put it like this: like when COVID arrived, COVID happened in a time in my life where I was dealing with some losses and losses. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to get emotional, but my grandmother passed away. I lost my aunt, and
very special people to you. And that's a part of my self-destruction, bro. Started with my father when he committed suicide in 07, man. I know I told you maybe briefly, or you saw in the video. And from there on, I was 21 years old. And then every year it was 1 to 2 family members. Grandma, grandpa.
Yeah.
Then my great-grandma, great-grandpa, grandma, grandpa.
Yeah.
Aunt, uncle. My grandmother on my stepfather's side.
Yeah.
For 10 years. It was it. A funeral, 2, 3, sometimes in a year.
Right.
And a good friend of mine, Greg. Shout out to Greg, man. Rest in peace, brother. He was just still young, man. Just that was power that I believe drinking was involved, but he got into an accident and he died, man. He's like 20 years old.
Yeah. Unexpected, right?
Yeah, young kid. He was a couple years younger than me. We used to play ball in his backyard.
Yeah.
And it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
And it's just, you see the signs when you're in addiction, and it's like we ignore those signs.
Right.
And that's part of self-destruction, I believe.
Absolutely.
You know, and loss is exactly what triggered mine, because I never processed my feelings.
Yeah.
That was my self-destruction. I was killing myself. And that's what self-destruction is. You harming yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, so how did you process this with the deaths, with COVID? Like, you just went to the bottle?
It was like a spiral effect, dude, because like,
spiral.
it happened like my grandmother passed away. Yeah. I watched my grandmother take her last breath. You know what I mean? My aunt passed away unexpectedly, my auntie Olive, and then I lost my high school sweetheart, Alyssa, my girl in high school. And then I was going through a tough breakup. You know, I went through a really tough breakup.
The perfect storm.
With somebody that I wanted to marry. You know what I mean? And then I was laid off during work. I was laid off during COVID. I was working in the daycare at that time at the YWCA. So when the COVID went down and I was out of work, you know what I mean? I was angry and miserable and just frustrated, dude. I was so miserable and just like, I felt alienated. I felt out of place. You know, I felt inadequate because I'm with a woman that I love and claims to love me, and then, you know, cheats on me, and then, you know what I mean? It was just a whirlwind of like shit thrown at me all at once, and I was just angry and frustrated, dude. and I felt alone, so I just started drinking more. I was drinking more. I was waking up during the day, hit the liquor store, you know,
I know too well.
and it was just becoming habitual, bro. I'll buy the tall can of Natty Daddies and then pint of gin, and it was becoming like every day. And I was just angry and just becoming more miserable, bro. And I felt homicidal, dude. I felt homicidal and suicidal. No lie.
At that point too, nothing can stop you. Like,
No lie, bro.
If the wrong person crossed your path, who knows what would have happened, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I was at that point too, man. I just didn't give a fuck.
Yup.
And it's not a good feeling.
Nah.
It's not.
Nah.
Because deep down, you know, like something is wrong with you. Something's off.
Yeah.
And you're not thinking in the moment with the liquor, because that shit is. They call it spirits for a reason.
Yeah, dude. I was 166 pounds, bro. I was barely eating. You know what I'm saying?
I would go days without eating.
I didn't give a shit. Like I just felt totally neutral about life. Like I don't give a shit if I die. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Like I never crossed beyond alcohol. Like I never experimented with coke or pills or nothing beyond that realm. But I tell you though, I tell you one thing, man. It was leading me down a dark, lonely, spiraling road, dude. And I was like, you know, if I continue this way, my mother's gonna be devastated. You know what I mean? My family's gonna miss me because I know they give a shit about me. You know what I mean? But I felt like I felt like nobody cared. Like, you know, and I felt resentment. I felt guilt because Melissa passed away. And I was like, damn, you know, if I could have been there more, maybe she would have lived. And then I felt like I wasted my time with this other person. And I was just beating myself up, man.
Yeah. Boxing your own self.
Yeah, I was beating myself up, dude, to the point where I was losing my sanity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
As they say with the alcohol, cunning, baffling, powerful. That's what we say in the rooms.
Now I got coconut water. You know what I'm saying?
I got the Monster Rehab. Little caffeine in there.
But self-destruction, though, like being able to cry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Men,
It's necessary.
we think it's weak or it's soft to cry, you know what I mean?
Yep.
When in actuality,
A real man.
you know, those are emotions you got to embrace. You don't avoid it.
Embrace, that's the word. So let me ask you a question. So from self-destruction, what opened your eyes to looking for another way of living? How did you find that? Did people help you along the way, or did you just say, wake up one day? How did that work out?
I just pulled up the bootstraps, man, and I was like, no more. That's basically it. You know what I mean?
No treatment facilities or nothing?
Nah.
Just a mentality.
Yeah.
That's why I tell everybody all the time. It starts here.
Yeah.
Change that mindset, right?
Yeah. And having inspiration too, man. People like Kelvin Young.
Yep, that's my boy.
People
Sound healing.
Like Dana Smith.
Yeah, Pastor Dana.
You know what I mean?
Good man. I lived at a sober house one time.
My man Stanford Levy. You know Stanford?
Nah, maybe, I don't know.
Tall light-skinned dude.
Maybe if I seen his face.
He does a lot. He's around a lot of community events and whatnot too. But
Okay.
shout out to Stanford. Like those people like that inspire me, dude, because they've been way, you know,
Been through it and back.
give me inspiration. You know what I mean? And I was like, man, I got to make a choice because I had to make that decision. Like, I'm worthy. You know what I'm saying? I'm sufficient.
So do you
know what I
believe
mean?
those people were put in your life at the right time to help you
Yeah.
get through this dark time?
Yeah, and I met them through, you know, just through changes. I've been an activist for like 10 years, you know what I mean? I've been through activism. Even my darkest moments when I was struggling with alcohol, I still maintained a level of integrity and dignity, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's how I live today.
I've done some fucked up things. I've excuse my language, but I've you know, I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm no saint by any means. You know, but I have a conscience, and I think, you know, a lot of times we struggle with addiction because of guilt. People feel guilty about things, and like I felt that too, bro. And it was fueling my alcoholism. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a conscience. Like, you know, I'm an empath. But at the end of the day, you know, I think and I feel deeply. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that leads into finding that new way to live, and
Right.
I'm sure that you said your mother is huge in your life, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Has she seen it and noticed the wild difference? Because I know my mother's seen it in me.
Yeah, but you know, I kind of
Proud.
concealed. I concealed a lot of it from my mom.
I
You
see
know what
that.
I mean?
My mom only knows half of it, but she's seen a lot of it.
Yeah.
For me bringing random girls over to blowing lines on the coffee table. and
Yeah.
we drank together.
Yeah.
You know, I was like that guy. I was the enabler sometimes.
Yeah.
My mom's my best friend, and shout out to you, Mom, because you got me through jail. You got me through the rough times. And I know you were just being a mother, supporting me, and I'm sorry truly for anything that I may have caused during my drinking and addiction, because you stuck by my side through thick and thin. So definitely shout out to moms, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
You want to shout mom out too
Big
for you?
facts.
Your mom?
Yeah. My mom is you know, my mom grew up, you know, my grandmother, my family's from Jamaica.
Nice.
And
Never been. I can't wait to eventually
you
see
know,
it.
my mom, she's a workhorse, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? She always sticks her neck out for me, like she always makes sure I'm good, you know what I mean? And you know, she's going through her own difficulties. She's getting older. She got her own financial things that she's dealing with, and you know, my brother's dealing with addiction, and you know, so I love my mom, man. Like my mom is my number one.
That's
dude.
right.
Yeah.
The go-to.
Yeah. Besides my grandmother, you know.
Man, that's why. That's why I post videos when I go visit some of my family members that are, you know, no longer with us in the cemeteries and stuff. And
Yeah.
I think it's good to embrace that side. You know, we talked about. Man, this is funny how higher power works again. Talking about things that are swept under the rug or not talked about. I think death should be embraced and talked about. Go visit that loved one at a cemetery. Remember those memories you
Visit
had
them-
with that person.
Visit them while they're alive.
Yeah.
Visit them while they're alive, dude. Because that's another
no
thing,
regret.
man. Like this is something that baffles my brain, bro. Like I see families that live in the same cities, in the same towns, in the same state, and they never acknowledge each other, bro. They but wait till the Christmas and Thanksgiving come around, or Easter or whatever.
Yeah.
And then everybody wants to come and acknowledge one another, but it's like, I don't
that once
talk-
a year thing, you could put that
like-
facade on we talked about.
Yeah, like you live down the block or you know, in the same vicinity, and you see each other once or twice a year. Like that's insane, bro. And then
It
when
is.
somebody passes away, you want to cry and be
this
like,
and
oh,
that,
don't wait for that moment, dude,
Nope.
because you'll be full with
That is
regrets and resentment.
Guilt,
You know what
shame,
I mean?
right
Put
there.
your pride and your little silly differences to the side. Like,
Don't even got to be a long visit.
I mean?
A quick visit, in and out. Say hi.
if you have a good relationship with your family,
Yes.
because not every mother is a good mother.
Yes.
Not every father is a good father.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But if you have that established closeness and that foundation with a family,
Connectedness.
you know what I mean? Don't ignore them and just acknowledge when you need something or when you need money or when you need a favor. Like call your mom or your dad or whoever and just say hi, how you doing?
That's it.
Can we hang out or not even just shoot the breeze, you know what I mean? To see how each other's doing. Don't wait for that person to die.
That's a game changer for somebody. 'Cause when I was in addiction, that's all I wanted sometimes. It was just somebody to acknowledge me.
Yeah, bro.
When I was down and out. When I
Yeah.
was, we're here at AW Stanley Park, New Britain, and I slept on these park benches. When we pulled up, I was telling Scott this.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's part of my story. I don't feel this way about it. This place built me to who I am today.
Yeah.
So shout out to Stanley Quarter Park and
Right.
AW,
Right.
you know, City of New Britain.
No doubt.
You know, because I wouldn't be
Yeah.
sharing this video, and maybe somebody is getting something from us today. I know somebody's getting something from us.
That's the key, you know. That's the key. That's the that's the motivation, like,
Yes.
you know what I mean? That's the catalyst, not for accolades or brownie points or pity or whatever.
None of that.
You know what I mean?
To genuinely help another person out.
Yeah, yeah.
To help another addict is without parallel. We say that in the rooms as well. And it is, man. It's just like, I genuinely want the best for everybody.
No doubt.
Because if we're all doing our best, at least we're trying to be better people.
Right,
You know?
right.
Because I know before, we were just talking, when my head wasn't in it, I was that negative guy. People always say, why are you always so positive, so happy on your channel? Because I was angry and miserable for so long.
Yeah.
Why not spread some positivity? If I got it and I'm peaceful and tranquil in my life now,
Right.
why not share it?
Right.
Worst thing that happened, they don't take it, they don't embrace it.
Yeah.
But at least they saw it.
Right. No, there's a better way, man, like I said, because we can lead into self-destructive habits and not even realize it because of our conditioning.
Yeah.
Because of the way we were raised, because of environmental factors, you know what I mean?
100%.
If you grow up in a household where all you see is violence and hostility and substance abuse, you grow up thinking that's normal, you know what I mean?
That's right.
And then to like, what's that phrase? You know, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
that's the realization, Lo. You got to unlearn a lot of the learning, all the bullshit we've been programmed to think, and like suppressing your emotions, and man can't cry, and even in the daycare, bro, when I worked with kids, I would see it all the time, like how they treat boys versus the girls, and the parents too, you know, staff and administrators, everybody, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, stop crying, man up, you know, chastising for feeling emotions, and then you grow up to be these dysfunctional adults, you know what I mean, who struggle with mental health and addiction, and that's a lot of it is
detrimental.
Well, yeah, but it's fostered that way.
Fostered that way, yeah.
Through conditioning.
It's just like when you're training, when you're at the gym, right?
Yeah.
Conditioning, training
Right.
and conditioning, yeah. Strength and conditioning. Same thing with life in general.
Yeah.
You said that. I think that comes back to the self-care, man. You know,
See, they want us drugged up and dumbed down, dude.
that's
You know,
some money.
when I say they, the powers that be, you know, the power structure, the elites, whatever you want to call it, that's the agenda, bro. Like, they want us dumbed down and drugged up, addicted to you know, self-destructive things and debauchery, and just like, you know, you see it all on the TV, bro, everywhere in the music. They just glamorize alcohol and materialism and drugs and alcohol. You know, it's just, they create this perfect storm, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you drive down the streets and you see all these fast food joints and liquor stores. And
But what they really, what they really don't know is what the destruction really can cause a person. Like, yeah, it might seem good in the commercials and all that, and this and that, but when it takes over somebody's life, you know, always think, what if that's you?
right.
You know,
Yeah.
because there are people out there who can have a beer or a glass of wine. I'm not one of those people. I'm unfortunate. And actually, I'm not unfortunate. I'm fortunate.
Yeah.
I'm fortunate. I get to, live
See,
clear.
it's a toxin, you know what I mean? Like, why bother? Why ingest it at all? You know, why? That's, like I said, that's the agenda. That's their goal. So why dabble in it? You know what I mean? Why go back and forth? Just like, you know what I mean? Let it go. That's the ultimate discipline right there. Like, you know,
create healthy habits.
it's one of the most socially acceptable, dangerous socially acceptable substances there is alcohol.
Yeah.
You know, it's
legal.
so normalized, dude. Like,
Normal.
it really is. You know, drugs and pills and alcohol.
It's funny you mention this, because you know what? For even that person who's not the average drinker, who's addicted, you see the change real quick as soon as that spirit enters your body.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, wow. It started for me like this. Oh, last night was fun. That was awesome. Dancing the night away and meeting this new chick.
Right.
But you really don't know what's going on inside now. You're like, oh, I like that feeling.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to me. And it's all right. It's part of my journey. I made it. I'm one of the lucky ones who made it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of not lucky ones.
Exactly.
I always say, when I do my journaling group. Let's take a moment of silence for the addict that may or may not know recovery is possible and will die tonight.
Yeah.
Because they have to die for us to find recovery.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's just how it goes.
Yep. Yep.
But some people just can't find it. It's too late.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You got to have a desire, you know, and you got to be able to be honest with yourself.
Self-honesty, yes. I can't drink. I don't want to drink.
You got to put your ego and your pride to the side.
Humble up.
Yeah.
Stay humble. I rode the bus for a year when I came out of jail. And now I'm driving again. I'm paying a consequence from a 9-year-ago DUI. I got the breathalyzer in my car. I'm cool with that. Trusting the process.
Yeah.
How do you trust the process? Are you like that saying? You a fan of that saying?
No doubt, man. Yeah.
My viewers must be getting sick of hearing that, but it works, and that's what it is, man. If you trust the process and have something higher you look into,
Exactly.
whatever you believe in,
Yeah.
you don't have to believe in God. You can believe in something greater than you.
I'm an atheist.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm an atheist.
All right.
But, you know, I believe in energy.
Energy. I believe in energy too.
I'll give you a good analogy, right?
Go for it.
I know this dude. He said he used the analogy of a battery, just a plain battery, car battery.
Car
whatever.
battery. Okay.
He said a battery has a negative and a positive, right?
Yes.
It can't function without one or the other.
Yes.
It has to have that negative and positive polarity in order for it to work properly.
Yeah.
So again, that's energy right there. You know, it's with like the yin and yang. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got night and day, up and down. You know, a balance. But your actions have a reaction.
Yep. For every action.
Everything you do, like, you know what I mean?
Reaction.
People say I'm atheist, meaning I believe in Satan or whatever. And I'm like, no, I don't, you know, I believe
Take
in...
the time to ask the proper questions.
Yeah, but knowing that there's a reaction for everything, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You got to know right from wrong. Like, you got to have some type of moral compass.
I like that.
That's the key, you know what I mean?
like that.
And that's essentially what it is, bro. Like, you know, again, and that goes back to having, you know, dignity and integrity, man. Like, doing the right thing, even when nobody's looking.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
I say that all the time. I live with integrity, man. I can go anywhere, and I'm just me.
Yeah.
In a positive manner, always.
Right.
And always spreading the word of recovery when it's necessary. I don't go around preaching it to just like this guy in the parking lot here.
Right.
You know when it needs to come up. That's that energy I get, I believe. You know.
Yeah.
When you see somebody at McDonald's and you know they got the slow crunch walk.
Yeah.
They got 2 mismatched shoes or socks.
Yeah.
You know, hey, here I come. Let me spring into action.
Yeah.
At least spread a little hope.
Right. And treat people like as a human. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because I know that I listened to somebody recently, bro. He said some people find sobriety and lose their humility.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They get these inflated egos and shit.
Inflated.
And all because you're sober and now you think you're better than everybody. And that's not
Far from it.
That's not cool either. You know what I mean? So you gotta treat people. I respect the CEO, the janitor, the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget which guy it is, but it's a famous guy. Yeah, he goes like, I want to say it's Hugh Jackman, but I may be wrong. Somebody who owns a big building in New York, and he'll go shake the janitor's hand and say, "Thank you for working for me."
Yeah.
Just like he would at somebody in his business meeting.
Yeah.
I forget exactly who it is, but shout out to you.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it's all about.
No doubt.
Every day I wake up, I remember where I came from. Sleeping on this park bench right down here. Remember that, man.
Yeah.
Remember what I went through when I was alone. Now I got a team.
Yeah.
I've known you before when I was drinking.
Yeah.
Now we're still connected.
Right.
And obviously that was meant to be for a reason.
No
We're
doubt.
all placed in each other's lives, I believe, for a reason.
Yeah.
It's a matter of how we get through it and stay connected in the right way.
Right.
Been on that other side.
Yeah.
Now we're on this side.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, because that's, you know, the other side is ugly, bro. It's ugly, like, it gets old, too.
Playing with fire. You're eventually going to get, what they say, you play with fire, you're eventually going to get burned.
Yeah. certain things get old too, bro. Like
Yeah. It's
some
sick of
people,
it.
I see like a lot of people. I feel like they enjoy toxicity and drama and turmoil in their lives.
Who sings that song, Toxicity? Oh man, I got that on my phone.
Yeah,
I play it all the time. I forget who sings it, but it's just true, man.
yeah.
Toxic, man. That's a powerful word.
You got to grow and evolve in life, and if you can't let go of like old habits and you can't break free from old ways, you can't progress. You can't evolve and grow. Like
You degress.
yeah, you can't push and pull at the same time.
No.
You got to choose one or the other. You know, it got to be one or the other, man. And I said, you know, I want to be more of a, you know, set a positive example.
That's right.
You know, I don't have kids of my own, but I still consider myself to be a parent. You know what I mean? I'm part of that village. I've worked with kids since 2006.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
One thing I've never done, like I've never gone to work drunk. You know, I've never smoked weed and went to work. I never mixed things. I've never done that, bro. Never.
That's,
You know what I
that's
mean?
that conscious telling you, no matter what you're going through, I still got to show up for the kids.
Yeah, man.
Show up right.
Yeah, because that's somebody else's child in my care. You
That's
know what
right.
I'm saying? You can't be slacking off. I've seen so many videos lately, bro. Like,
That's why you gotta look at other people's views as well. Like, I'm sitting here talking with you. I also gotta think what maybe you might have to be thinking in your mind. I can't just think what I'm thinking.
yeah,
I gotta be open-minded
right,
and willing to listen.
right.
You know, anybody you meet in life, you're not gonna be 100% on the same page on every topic. It's just not gonna happen.
Right.
But you can find a commonality and respect it.
Exactly.
Respect the other person's
And
opinion.
realize there's always something to learn in being able to close your mouth and listen to somebody else attentively.
Take the cotton out of your ears and put it in your mouth.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude.
My boy Canal told me that one time, man.
Yeah.
Shout out. He, good friend of mine in recovery.
No doubt.
Part of C-Car family as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's what it's all about. What one piece of advice you would offer your younger self or to somebody out there, what comes to your mind, that any piece of advice, maybe something you didn't do in life yet? Like me, I want to travel the world, man.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to do with Big Joe Recovery, because I want to unite the world together and find that new way to live.
So, some word of advice. Never settle for mediocrity.
I told my daughter that before I met with you.
Yeah.
Never settle, period. I like where you add the mediocrity.
Yeah, man. Don't ever settle for just basic, below average. Just like life is short, man. Somebody said to me one time that life is long, and I was like, no, life is unpredictable and beyond our control. You know, life is not long. Life is a brief, it's a brief journey, man. What we gonna do?
Especially when you hit our age.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And thankfully, like, you know, we still got some youth in us, but
Yeah, definitely.
to be responsible, man, because once we leave this physical form, we're going to be leaving our children behind to run this world.
That's right.
What type of legacy are you going to leave behind? Nobody cares about how many Jordans you bought and none of that crap, what kind of car you drove. Or kids aren't going to remember those things. They're going to remember what you taught them.
That question
Time you
mark
spent.
on your tombstone.
Yeah, man.
How did he leave?
Yeah.
Beloved son and inspirer?
Right.
Or nothing at all, because
a parasite.
Parasite, a bum.
Yeah.
Like I used to be.
Abuser. You know.
Liar, cheater, stealer.
Yeah, that's not something to be, you know.
When somebody says your name and they're just like, oh,
Yeah.
him?
Yeah.
I want to say it's Grateful Sundays on Big Joe Recovery, and I'm grateful to have you on, Scott.
Yeah, no doubt,
man. Great conversation.
For real, man.
Yeah, we'll link up again for
Yeah.
sure, because when you're on this side of the field and things aren't just meant to be,
Yeah.
why not keep sharing? You know,
Right.
come back for part 2.
Another thing that helped me out too.
Oh, yeah, get it.
Before we shut off is
Got it.
music. Music is a a drug that doesn't require a prescription.
Hmm.
You know,
I like that.
music is a medicine that doesn't leave you with your pockets empty, throwing up with a hangover. Or anything like that,
That's
you
true.
know?
That's right.
Yeah, music helped me a lot, man. A lot. You know what I'm saying?
I get it too, man.
Struggle Jennings and Jelly Roll, like those is my two dudes I got running on play right now. And Brianna Harness and Caitlin Curtis, man. Their music helped me out of a dark place too.
That's great.
Yeah.
Music is powerful.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Take the positivity out of the music. That's fuels. That is fuel.
Yeah.
To keep you going.
Yeah.
That's what I do too, man. I
Music
love
is powerful, you know.
Yeah. Listen to the lyrics.
Yeah.
Actually listen to them. Now I do. I listen to them now. It's like, oh, that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Go
Pay
figure.
attention to what your kids are listening to too, because there's a lot of crap on the radio. Just horrible,
Crap
nasty,
putting in that nicely.
disgusting, this horrible, nasty music and videos and stuff that these kids are exposed to.
Yeah.
And it's like listening to some of the music lately, dude. It's just nasty. I can't even find a word. I can't. There's no word I can muster.
Yeah.
Like,
It's getting sickening.
yeah.
It really is.
Watch what your kids are listening to too, because you don't want your kids to be exposed to that stuff.
You see a lot of that when you're in addiction because you just play what you want to hear.
Yeah.
So yeah, be careful out there, parents, man. For
Yeah.
real. Remember, this is our future, our kids.
Yeah.
Thank you again, Scott. Appreciate you, man.
Absolutely,
Spreading the
brother.
word
No
of
doubt.
a different way to live, recovery.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all soon with Big Joe Recovery.
Peace.